Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial, and let me just preface this makeup tutorial with the fact that I am not a makeup artist. I am not someone who knows like everything that you're supposed to do with makeup. I just really love makeup. I love watching YouTube tutorials and I love learning about makeup. It's definitely a passion of mine. So I'm going to show you the way I would do my makeup. But if you do not like it, if you do it differently, or if you are a makeup artist, please don't judge. But yeah, so this look, really you could wear it every day if you wanted to, but I kind of did this as like a Valentine's date inspiration. So if you are interested to see how I got this makeup look, please keep watching. And be warned that in about 1 second you are going to see a butt naked face. Alright guys, so I'm starting off. I'm going to take my beauty blender and my foundation, and I'm going to just put some of my foundation on the back of my hand, and I'm running out. I just bought a new one though, so I will definitely have enough, hopefully. And then I always just wipe off the back of my foundation bottle with my beauty blender. Actually, that's not even technically the beauty blender. That's the Real Techniques blending sponge or something to that effect. Either way, doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it does. I'll put it down below. And I'm just going to start by doing my foundation. And now I'm going to move on to concealer. And what I'm using for concealer is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. And this one is a little well loved. You can't really see the packaging on it anymore. But this is like probably my all-time favorite concealer. I love this concealer. Because it takes so little. It takes about this much on your ring finger for both your under eyes. So I just warm it up between my fingers, and then I do it on each eye with my ring finger. And I blend it, and I kind of take it down like by my nose, because I have redness by my nose, and kind of like in a triangle shape here, and blend it out. Okay, so my concealer's blended in, and my face is looking really good and pale now. And so that's now the sign that we need to set our makeup with our powder. So I'm using the Mary Kay translucent loose powder for this, and I've recently gotten into this new trend of baking your makeup. No, not baking brownies, baking your makeup, although I do like to bake brownies too. And basically what this trend is all about is basically you get like an excessive amount of powder on your brush, and you set your under eyes and anywhere that you want to kind of like mattify, and you don't want your makeup to be moving around, and you put like a ton of powder on that area. You let it sit for a while, and then you wipe it off with another brush, and it's supposed to just give like a really flawless look and whatever. So I'm gonna start doing that. But you look kind of crazy for a minute while you're letting it sit there, and so I'm gonna do that. I'll just let it sit, look really clowny and great. Okay, so I just wiped it off. And now, I mean, I don't know if you guys can really tell a difference, but to me, like when I look in the mirror, it looks way better. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do blush. And I'm using the Laura Geller Baked Blush-n-Brighten in Tropic Hues. And this is like a sample size that I got in an Ipsy bag. This is a little bit of a pricey blush. I don't know that I would have like been wanting to pay for it had I not gotten it in my Ipsy, but it's so pretty, and now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, when I run out of this sample, what am I gonna do, because I love this. And then because this is a Valentine's date look, this isn't something I would do on a regular everyday basis, But if I'm like getting more dressed up or I just want to go a little bit more fancy, I will do a little bit of like light contouring bronzing. And so what I'm going to use here, this is the Showstopper palette from Tarte. And I'm just going to, oh, other side. I'm going to go in with the bronzer that they have in here, which I believe is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, so you can buy that on its own. And I'm just going to take it on an angled brush and place it like right kind of where the hollows of my cheek are, so it's like right below where I put my blush, but also kind of overlapping a little bit so it kind of blends together. So the next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows, and I'm using my NYX micro pencil, and I just got a new one of these because I ran out of my other one. And I'm going to use this mirror more. It's easier than the viewfinder. So I'm just going to fill in my brows starting in the center, going out to the edge, just lightly filling them in. Okay, so I filled in my brows, and now I'm just going to take the other end with a spoolie, and I'm going to just brush through them so they're not quite as harsh. Alright, so now it's time for the eyes, and I think I'm going to try to zoom you guys in. It's a little scary getting this close, but I think it's going to be okay, guys. So, let's go ahead and get started with the eyes. I'm starting off with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm using the regular one, but if you do go to the store and get this, I would recommend getting the anti-aging one. I used to have that one, and then when I went to buy it again, they were out of stock, so I just bought this one. But this one has like a little brush on it, or like a little doe foot applicator, that I'm not really a fan of. The other one just had like a little squeezy tube, and you could just kind of get like your perfect amount squeezed out, and this one, I feel like it's just harder to like apply this. So just throwing that out there. So this is just like eyeshadow primer, and it's going to help keep our eyeshadow lasting all night long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the Lorac Unzipped palette, and this is kind of what it looks like. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start with this color right here, which is called Unspoken, and any like kind of medium to dark brown, not super dark, but just kind of like in the middle there. We're going to start with that, and I just got it onto like a fluffy brush, and I'm going to work that into my crease. Okay, so I've kind of just gotten that started on the lid. I'm not going to worry too much about making it look perfect yet, because we're going to continue to add shadows and everything. But for now, that's going to work well. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to this like pink shimmery shadow called Unreal. I'm just going to take a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Alright, so it's looking pretty even, and now I'm going to go in with a smaller like eyeshadow brush. It's pretty, this is pretty small, like if you compare it to my eye, it's pretty small. And I'm gonna go in with the color that was right in between those two right here. It's like a shimmery brown, and it's called Uncensored. Whoa, these are a little risque names. Okay, so right now I'm gonna work that on my outer V area. So that's right here, and I'm bringing it up from my lid, kind of like I would like an eye, like if I were doing a cat eye, but I'm gonna blend it out so it's gonna look a little bit more natural. And into my crease a little bit, but not on the lid so much, just on the outer edge of the lid and into the crease a bit. Okay, so both my eyes are looking pretty similar on both sides. And now what I'm going to do is that same brush that I was using earlier, I'm just going to kind of like wipe it on paper towel and make it so that there's not really any product on it. And I'm going to go over the edges here and just blend. Now I'm going to do, with that same brush that I was doing the deeper color, that really small one, I'm going to go into that same uncensored color and put it on my lower lash line. Okay. Then we're going to need just a small little like detail brush, and I'm going into that pink that we used all over the lid again, and I'm coming down from the inner tear duct and meeting up with that color and kind of blending those together. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going in with this matte creamy pink, almost white shade, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone, and also just it's going to help blend up here a little bit better. So I'm going to take it on a really big, huge, fluffy brush, and I'm just going to set it up on my brow bone, and then I'm going to blend it into that darker color. Alright, so there's our eyeshadow, and what we're going to do next is our eyeliner. What I'm using is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. This is one I talked about in my favorites, and it's just like an eyeliner pen with a brush tip. So I'm starting off, and I'm just going to start off in the center of my eye, and I'm going to draw a very thin line as close to my eyelashes as I can. And I'm going to do kind of short little lines. I'm not going to just do it all at once. Alright, and I'm not worrying about making it super perfect yet because I'm going to perfect it as I go. So now I have the line all across my lid. I'm going to make my flick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just from this corner, and I'm going to match it up with the line of my lower lash line and go out. And actually my eyeshadow is kind of already at the angle that I want it to be, so that's also another good guide. So I have that, and now actually I'm going to make it a little bit longer, and I'm going to now connect it in and fill it in. So that's looking good. Now of course we need our mascara, so I'm going to use I'm sorry. So I'm going to use the Super Sizer mascara from CoverGirl. I'm testing this one out for a future video. I want to do a comparison. Let me know if you think that's a good idea and if you're actually interested in something like that. But I was going to do a comparison between this and another one. So keep me posted on if you want to do that. So I'm just going to do that, and then for my lower lashes I'm going to use the Falsies Big Eyes, the one that I told you guys I loved. That's the only one I will use on my bottom lashes. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back. So that's the eyes done. And now all we have left is our lips, and because this is Valentine's Day, you gotta go bold or go home. Just kidding, you can do whatever color you want, but I'm gonna go with this really bright kind of magenta-y red color from Sephora. It's the Sephora brand. It's the cream lip stain. Alright guys, so that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please forgive me if it was crazy and weird. This is my first one, so I hope it turned out well for you guys. If you try to recreate this look for Valentine's or just for fun on any random day, please take a picture and let me know how it goes for you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe and share this with anybody who you think would enjoy.